What's up, guys? So, I kinda went a little overboard. All my classes are now at rank 20. I got that Ultimate Warrior achievement. I kinda had to. I was just gonna kinda quickly go over all the builds. Kinda, you know, get a feel for them, what you kinda expect from each class, and kinda what I see their strengths as, in my opinion, how to build them the right way. Maybe not for Nightmare mode, but definitely fun builds and different builds to try out for survival and gold story mode. So I'm just gonna go into it. Uh, I'm gonna go with the assassin first. I started this guy first. I mained him a lot. I'm starting to think that this is probably the more niche characters, probably one of the worst classes in the game for Nightmare. Sadly, unfortunately. Unless you have a few setups. Now, one of them is having the hallucination stuff. Yeah, we're off to a great start. Having this one's really good. Darts having a 20% chance to kill non-Oni targets, but I was mainly looking at this one, hallucination darts. Really freaking good. Just have enemies and Oni. It works on all enemies, as far as I know. Super good. And that's how you could probably build them for Nightmare mode. Basically, status effects. Poison, weaken, and hallucinate all of the Onis as much as you can. Poison crowds of enemies. I even have them set up to, I still have his build that's pretty much all poison. I still kept, well, I took that away. I took away the Shadow Strikes, I added this for a reason, and assassination damage to staggered enemies, and the Poison Blade, that's right, so that's going to go hand in hand. Poison Blade, I'm using the Demon Cutter now. I used to use Yoshitsun-san. Yeah, that one's really good. Poison Blade, because of the stagger damage. Stagger damage on the, or 20% stagger damage in perfect parry window. Really good right there. And staggering target has a 30% chance to cause knockdown. Now, I thought this would be perfect for my build, but I'm starting to kind of like this one more, even though my favorite style is Water Stance because of the surging strikes and increased damage, and I have a build for the Samurai that uses that a lot, but I really like this. The chance to throw nearby enemies. I think if it works mostly on the lower tier enemies, but yeah, I'm pretty much swapping out instead of stagger and poison. I have another stagger and poison build for a different class. That's why I'm using. I'm trying to experiment here. So I still kept the poison blade, but I'm using bomb pack. More status effects and more duration damage. So I thought that was good. Perfect stats for that as far as I'm concerned. Just need to get it to 110. And then I have impactful throws. And enemies that deal melee damage to you have weaken applied to them. So even if I do get hit, then they're weaker, and I can have my revenge. It's like perfect. And I got even more buffs on the throws. So throwing an enemy through the air causes them to be knocked down for a short time and vulnerable to critical strikes. That is the key there. So combining impactful throws and knocking people on their ass with the bomb pack, and then stabbing them with the poison blade that has the 30% chance to throw even more people when I hit, I don't know, I'll throw in a video. It's pretty freaking good. And I also got the sticky bomb to knock people down, increased radius, cooldown reduction on kill, which is also really good. Stealth attack damage. This is also like one of the best things you can have on here. Munitions. Get a smoke bomb with munitions. If you have a ranger, this works really good for the assassin class because of the blow darts. You can use this smoke bomb on both the builds. I barely use a gourd anymore. If you have a good Ronin at this level, they're gonna be healing. Most good Ronins heal. So that's pretty much the build. It's kind of just based around knocking people down and stabbing them. There's a lot of other status effect builds you can make with the assassin, but I feel like this one's one of my favorites, just for having some fun with it and still utilizing the crit damage. So I guess we'll move on to the Ronin. Now this one, you'd think he would be a healer, but he's actually a frickin' grenader. Forbidden medicine. Get this as soon as possible. This is like the best thing in the game, I swear. Melee stagger damage, blast radius, black powder bomb. This thing will frickin' dominate in survival. It's frickin' OP as fuck. And bombs also heal allies caught in the blast. So I had to get blast radius on that. Of course. So yeah, you can just, I think it does like 10 or 15 or something. I think it's 15 or 25. I can't remember. It also stacks with this. Increase healing received, health regen by 50%. I'm pretty sure it does. So I think it'd be like, what, 15 go up to like 30 or 25 or something. I'm not doing math right here. It looks like it doubles the health regen you get. So you could just like throw a grenade on the ground and heal yourself. Save a gourd. Or save a, you know, don't bang the drum for a little bit of health. You know, just fucking throw a grenade on the ground. Or even, if you go and collect ammo, I didn't realize this for a long ass time, but if you go and collect ammo, those offerings give you health too. Yeah. That's some of the things you won't really recognize until you frickin' become a ranger. These rangers never ping anything. They just, yeah, go into your eagle vision and ping stuff if you're a ranger. Just do stuff for people like that. And like, I used to always miss stuff at least. God damn. Trailing off. And yeah, I pretty much just went with the frickin', I didn't know what blade to put on here. Water and burning blade. The chance to apply the fire is really good. I thought it would just work well for the bomber. So this guy's just a grenader. So you have the healing black powder bombs, and you can swap between the two. You got your defense charm, injured, resolve gain, revive health, leeching parry. So I get health back on parry. I felt like that was fitting. And you got your sticky bombs. Now I want to put this on here at some point. Maybe, I don't know. I thought about putting it on here. A sticky bomb that heals your allies on hit, and it lights people on fire. And of course, blast radius and cooldown reduction on kill. I'm really close to throwing this on here. Really close. I'm trying to make it work, but it's really hard to get rid of this. I'd have to get rid of healing people with my super. This would be a good setup maybe for not Nightmare. Throw the legendary thing on. It could work. But I'm saying, like, if you're going to have a healer class that's not healing, at least, like, have one class play with you that has, like, a setup similar to this with the healing and the increased healing rate and everything, and then have, like, another setup that maybe increases the resolve or maybe increases stagger damage and increases the legendary by 1, and then has the summon dog, and then frickin' swap this out. Yeah, swap that out. I don't know. It could work, and there's like a couple other legendaries here I don't have. Like, there's a legendary smoke bomb that heals you. Actually, I think I might get that. I might, if I do get it, I might take if I can get munitions on it for 1, and the healing smoke bomb. I think that would probably be like the best for this build. And you got your other setups here. I can talk about these if you want to look at these, but I feel like Impactful Throws and Last Breath and Shogun's Fortitude are probably best ones in the game. Grants immunity to flash and poison. If you like suck at dodging arrows, this is probably like the one for you, especially in Nightmare mode where all arrows poison you. It's insane. Or the boss rush modes in survival mode. The final this might be okay if you kind of struggle with the final waves in survival. Shogun's Fortitude, go for it. Or even this one is really good. Instead of taking fatal damage, heal for 50 health. I wish you could put more than 1 legendary. Or start with 2 and then have it equip 3 to equip that. Like, why is it only set to 1? Ah! Oh well. Because I would totally throw this on here. Heal for 50 health instead of dying. Because I feel like as a healer, the best thing you could do is not go down. So like, if your healer is going down and your teammates are trying to like play the healer, like the assassin can turn invisible at least, but if you're playing with a samurai, I guess you're kind of screwed if you go down. I don't know. So there's some stuff to think about. There's also some other things you could throw on, like the shared brew, a healing gourd that heals nearby allies when used, but I found it really inconsistent, and sometimes it doesn't work. Like, it does the same thing as this, but I can like throw this at people, and it also knocks enemies away from people, so it has like that double whammy. And it also has black powder bombs and stagger damage. I don't know, it's just like way better. So there's some stuff to think about. You could also probably throw on like whatever, burning blade, poison blade, water master, but it just works. Fire, bombs, grenades. That is my setup. And I'll throw in a little clip of the survival mode stuff. Alrighty, and then on to the hunter. Just getting a little longer than I thought. I didn't really go for swords much. I just went with the water katana. Try to stay out of melee combat as much as possible, so I have Way of the Flame. So when I do go into it, I can kill one guy really quick and then jump out of there and go back in the... So I got the Surging Strikes. Light out on fire, Surging Strikes, kill a guy. Usually in gold, dude, like the shield dudes or the dual sword dudes can go down pretty quick with it. But here's the fucking... Probably one of the best bows in the game. The best bow in the game, hands down. Headshots ricochet to nearby enemies. Like what? And it has poison ammo, so it has a chance to poison those enemies. Ranged resolve on gain, reload speed. Reload speed's really nice on this. I can like instantly get headshots one or after the other. It's like instant draw on a long bow. It's crazy. Range charm, range damage, only damage. Increase the resolve by 1, because I hate frickin' saving that up. And it kind of works out, because I thought it could probably put like Heavenly Strike on this bitch. But, yeah. Or even the, maybe have her be like an arrow tank or something and have combat regeneration, 50% chance to ignore arrow damage or something. Well, yeah. Can't have extra legendaries, so I can't throw that on there. So I have to do with what I do. Deal with what I got. And then, yeah, I'm probably going to just keep the sticky bomb pretty much on all my builds. I think the sticky bomb's probably one of the best. Otherwise, I might end up throwing on one of these. This is kind of garbage. Like, what the hell? Rancid, but it also has a 15% chance to cause enemies to hallucinate. So you're hallucinating the people that you're weakening. Okay, yeah. I hate how there's only 2 that you can add to this, and they're both terrible. And this is probably like one of the worst freaking things in the game. Worst legendaries in the game. I just had to get that out of there. And sudden resolve. So, like, whenever I heal, I fill up that extra resolve that I have on here. And, you know, I feel like this one needs the most work. But I can do, like, the most damage with it. It's insane. Like, nobody can frickin' keep up with this. Just because this bow right here combines with your skills so frickin' well. It's insane. The fire arrow is good. You could build status effects, whatever. Increase headshot damage by 50... Or wait. Yeah, that one's really good. So this is gonna be key. 50% headshot damage increase. Damage of status effects increased by 25%. Could do that, but meh. Or that could be alright if you want to have the extra resolve just to refill your ammo. Like, this could be really good for survival, but the status effects with the exploding arrow, like, yeah. It's going to stack with the poison really well, too. So just keep that in mind. And then this is the bread and butter, body shots. 50% chance to deal headshot damage. Really tempted to throw this on if I find a better legendary. Or even this is really freaking good. I might even throw like if you can get enemies grouped up together, probably just like throw this on, and this will be like the best build for survival. If you have a point that's almost fully captured, just jump in there and launch your frickin' special, and all of these will stack. The 50%, the status effects, and the ricochet headshots. You can even, for story mode, this is a really fun build because you can just go for body shots with this one. And it just like ricochets to all these nearby people and poisons them, lights them on fire. It's just like, this is a fun build. And it's really effective. I can get pretty freaking far in Nightmare and Golden Survival, but I haven't personally beat one yet. I've only seen like people beat it with the Ronin. Yeah, it's kind of been rough finding a decent team. But last but not least, we got our samurai, master katana, of course. Now you could throw on Yushitsun's hand and have the stagger damage, which probably would be good. Probably, but I just went the raw damage. Water Master, Surging Strikes get the extra damage. You got melee damage, ultimate damage. Just raw damage. That's kind of the setup. Versatile longbow for range damage, range resolve gain, so I can just have extra damage and, you know, I can build resolve from a distance if the enemies are a little bit too beefy, and I can't exactly do my tanking. And I got the another tank charm. Instead of taking fatal damage, heal for 50 health. Can occur every 5 minutes. This actually saved my ass like 3 times in nightmare missions, so I kind of like it. Not gonna lie. Also, it increases your maximum health by 25. So does this. So you get an extra 50 health. So you get like a fat fucking health bar. It looks like the one you would get in story mode, almost. Like really close. And yeah, I just went with increased resolve by 1 because I could parry dodge already. And I already dodge arrows because I mained an assassin, and who the frick blocks arrows? I never block arrows. It might come in handy in Nightmare, who knows? This guy might actually just sit there and tank archers. Who knows? Maybe there could be a way to give the samurai like some sort of way to take aggro. Like he has to just like shoot the snipers and then sit there and block in order to do like something effective in nightmare mode, but I don't know. I just went with the raw damage and tankiness, gave him extra health, gave him as much damage as I could. I took away the healing spirit thing and gave him the exploding. Like this is really good. Like I was like I jokingly wanted to ask, what's the best sword stance for exploding dogs? This is the one. The explosive blade. It knocks the exploding dogs off their ass, and if you're like in the middle of combat and you're getting surrounded, especially in survival or like a gold encampment that you're raiding, like Surging Strikes, just like do that on an enemy and all of a sudden you're getting hit in the back. Well, just turn this on and it like does these little explosions. Nobody can sneak up behind you and hit you in the back while you're in the middle of a combo. It's perfect. I like it. There's not really much else. There's 2 different versions of the Heavenly Strike, apparently. The one on the sword is a lot different than this one. The one on the sword, I guess, does like this slice up and then cuts their head off. That one's the one from the game. Fun fact. I had to learn that. And Hachiman's Fury gains 2 extra strikes. This might also be better for a damage build on Nightmare mode. But I've gotten saved by Last Breath too many times, and if you're really careful and you get your resolve gain from your ranged attacks, I feel like you can, you only need 3. There's a better way to build just for super damage. If you can get more ultimate damage, get the 2 extra strikes on your ultimate, and take off the 1 extra legendary and put on... Oh. What the heck was it? I don't know. It's the wrong guide. There's another legendary or something that has a chance to double the damage of your attacks. And it stacks with your super. And that's probably the way you could build that guy. But I made him tank. He is tank. He has health. He has damage. And he can get resolve. I feel it looks pretty solid. And yeah, I'll just throw in some gameplay here and there and see how it goes, but yeah, this is kind of different than my usual video, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a nice day. Peace out. Hey look, I'm back. So check this out. Just bam. Multiple headshots. I love it. I think if I increase the amount of enemies I can hit, it's still 3. But it still can get up to multiple enemies. It's still really good. So I'm gonna let this play out. It took about like 30-35 seconds before I was able to let it recharge again. get my resolve back. This is not really the best character to be fighting up close. Maybe if I had more of my team helping me out. Like the bomber Ronin that I made synergizes really well with this with the hunter, I think. As long as you're not fighting over the same kills. But look at that. Just kills like almost everybody. Except for the last Oni. Just didn't take that much damage. I am playing on gold. It's not Nightmare, it's gold on this part. Oh, yeah. It's definitely a fun build, getting multiple kills like that, like in like a second. It just feels so good. So, yeah. Some good shit. And there you go. 250 kills almost, like 136 ranged kills. Nobody can really compete with the amount of kills I was getting. That was ridiculous. And like I said before, man, you guys gotta get your pings. Try some of this stuff. I figured out this parkour stuff. Like, it's really hard to get on some of these roofs, but if you double jump, there you go. You can jump off the roofs. And there's a couple survival missions, you gotta figure that out. Like, I figured that out. If you're trying to get to high places, utilize that. It's really good to figure out stuff like that with the hunter class. Or any class, really, but just to get around the maps, but especially with the hunter class, just to get to a good spot. So then you have to ping your targets. Definitely do that more. I had to learn how to do that more. Synchronized crit damage, since she's not an assassin. Boom! Go for the fucking the shove into the grenade. I love it. It's a fun class. Get the ping, the synchronized bow shot. There you go. Well, almost synchronized. I was teaching that noob how to be a good hunter. That was like a random. So here is the Bombardier, probably like the best build in the game, probably the most fun class by far. Like the most fun and most practical combination. Like it's just bombs, like so many bombs. Crit damage is okay, but like you can get double crits with those smoke bombs, and the smoke bombs drop more munitions, so you can keep dropping more bombs. It's just like what? Everything, it's just explosions, and the bombs heal people. Like, just watch this shit. Look at the mayhem. Like, these are the survival missions you play when you play this build. It's just chaos, explosions, and fire. And, like, everyone's, like, flying all over the place. You're synchronizing everybody, and all the Onis are, like, bouncing around. They can't lock on your teammate because they're getting staggered. Or at least they're getting poor footing from all the fucking concussions. So they're just able to, like, your team are just able to go ham. It's like such good crowd control. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And you can just throw down a little frickin' meditative pot. Oh man. It's too good. So for the samurai, I figured I didn't really have much to go off of. You can look up some better damage builds online, to be honest, but I figured I'd just test out the damage, or the tankiness here. So this is with the Last Stand. That's probably about like 6 hits. Imagine if this guy had health regen. It'd be ridiculous. I really want him to be more of like an aggro dude. Excuse me. Like some sort of I don't know. He needs a battle cry or something. A war cry. Like that Last Stand mode in the story mode. So yeah. 1, 2, yeah, I'm counting the hits. 3, 4, and then it activated. 5, 6, 7. So if I healed, you can basically survive 8 hits. It's pretty good for a tank. So, yeah. That's pretty much my setup. It's just being tanky and just surviving. It's kind of not bad. Like, that's just a basic setup for like most of the attacks. It's on most of my other builds, the swords and everything. So this is like why I think the assassin is a little bit more niche, and like you gotta like try harder with this class. I feel like I could have higher crit damage maybe, like somehow like increase the crit damage maybe. I missed one of them. Like you'll see. Like I even added bombs to this. This guy should probably just. If I had weaken and poison, they could probably be dead already. And I also fucked up. I should have killed that guy. I accidentally killed the other guy too quick, and I could have pressed triangle on him. So it's a little bit harder to use. Like this is my main build. I don't know why I'm fucking up so bad, but I'll do round 2. But like yeah, Onis, it's not that bad. But like this general here. I can double crit him with 1 grenade. Fucking perfect. But then I fight this small mob enemy, and it just takes longer. I was having such an issue with the tinier guy compared to the other guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna swap back. Probably gonna swap back. Maybe killing people with your darts and making people hallucinate with your darts could be a better option. Hallucinations is way better, because you could just have, like, those archers be on your side or something, or have the Onis be on your side. Yeah. Definitely gonna have to put weaken on there. It's, like, too good after having that. Like, it's just a... Like, having the team synergy would be better, too. Like, having a microphone, you could actually synchronize with your teammates, like, yo, squad up on me, I'm gonna turn everybody invisible, and then you can do, like, a double takedown, or quadruple takedown if you're in survival mode. And then you'd be like, alright, I'm putting down a smoke bomb, and then you can do it again, and then you can do it multiple times in the same smoke bomb, get, like, multiple crits off the one smoke bomb on the same enemy. And everyone can do that, and then you can, like, the next guy can throw a smoke bomb. But anyway. But that's pretty much it. I figured, yeah, that's pretty much why I hate the assassin now. But I guess it's still gonna have a place near and dear to my heart, because it's probably the closest thing I'm gonna have to feudal Japanese Assassin's Creed. I'm still gonna say Ghost is kind of like that. There. I guess I'm done talking. I don't know why you're still here. But, yeah. You just peace out. All that jazz. I'm gonna go take a shit. Also, like and subscribe and all that jazz. Fucking support the content. Fuck it. Also, pretty much got some of this inspiration from, was it Craze and Joe Raptor? I feel like they're trying to bring out some guides and shit, and I'm like, this is all like fucking dumb. They're all like, they won't even talk about this thing with the dogs, or the frickin' the double jump with the fences, or like, I don't know. I pretty much that was it. Anyway, peace out. I'm done.